what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Funny enough that I said that. I said what's going on because that's the name of the show. It's What's Going On. It's a new show where a bunch of comedians are just going to talk about what's going on. We should have a counter for how often we say those words so far. I think it's up to 3. So without further ado, let's just bring everybody in one at a time so that they can all say hello. Matt, bring our first guest in. David, what's going on, man?
Hey, not much, Ben.
Jess, hi.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's 4. Ryan, how are you?
Hello. That's what you asked for, right?
Yeah, great.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Lauren.
It's me. Hi.
Kristina.
Hey, what's going on?
Nice.
So casual.
Yo, I love Kristina's
Christina's an influencer.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah.
Didn't see you there.
Freeze frame.
Smash that
Ring that
subscribe.
bell.
Oh, pardon me. And of course, Armando Torres. What's going on, man?
Hey, nice to be here. What's going on? What's good?
Hey.
This is a 9:00 show on Tuesday. We're just gonna hang out and shoot the shit and talk about things that we've either experienced this past week or read about or whatever that just we feel like talking about. We feel like getting everybody's opinion on, and everybody out there in the chat as well. Let us know what you think about the stuff and throw it up on the screen. And if you have a crazy a link to something, maybe throw it up and we'll figure out if we can talk about that as well if we got time. But we're just gonna talk about all sorts of crazy stuff. David, you had a pretty insane thing happen to you this week. Why don't we start off by
Yeah.
this is a great place to jump in. Go for it.
No, it's perfect. So this past Saturday, I was at my gym. I live in Virginia, and apparently it's national news in the sense that it's on the internet. I don't know. But
you go to the gym?
Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah.
Okay.
Check it
Everyone's
out.
spiking David up.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so I was there and it's a big gym and I masked up and you have your own little area, disclaimer, all that. But I am there and I'm listening actually to Jess's Saturday show. And this happened entirely while I was there and I didn't notice because I was off in one corner. But while I walk in, everything's normal. But at one point I turn around and there's like an ambulance and like 3 cop cars outside. And I was like, oh no, somebody must have fainted in the locker room or whatever. But then I mean, you go to the locker room to faint. That's just gym etiquette.
It's nice that they have faint rooms for men now.
Yeah. But I go, so I see this happening, and I know this guy there tangentially. Like we have the same trainer, and we overlap, but we haven't like talked much. But there's this huge crowd around the locker room as well, and I go up to him like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Oh, there was a man in the ceiling above the women's locker room, and he fell through the ceiling, crashed onto a lady, and tried to run out of the locker room."
Can I tell you what that sounds like? Sorry.
Yeah.
It sounds like a first grade exercise of like practicing verbs. Like there were so many verbs there. The man was in the ceiling and he fell upon the person, and the person started running out the door.
Out the door.
I've rehearsed this.
That's very good, David. You get a green card for today.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Torres.
You're almost a citizen, David.
Almost. But no, so like he crashes on this lady and he tries to run out, and like right near the entrance to the locker room is like this super meathead area, and so like some dude just tackles him and like just held him down.
You mean a gym?
Well, I mean, no, we keep the scoop of beefcakes up front so you know what you're getting.
Exactly.
There's a velvet rope.
Yeah, all the heaviest weights.
The man who fell from the ceiling. How did they know that he should be tackled?
Because they were standing there and they probably heard a crash and they probably heard a bunch of women like screaming and shit. And
you
then
didn't say anything with the cameras.
Oh no, yeah. So yeah. And he tried to run out. Some dude tackles him, hold him until the cops get there. And he said apparently there were cameras in the ceiling, And he had been doing this for God knows how long.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Who knows?
wow.
And I don't know like the details, but like as if this is all just like crazy enough. And like the guy who is telling me about all this, hard pivot. He tells me all this. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Hard
Hold on one
pivot.
second here.
I'm sorry. It's just this guy installed cameras, but the cameras don't have Bluetooth. He has to be physically above the cameras at all times.
Change out the
You didn't
cassette.
have just like a
Wait,
drone?
it's got the little SD cards.
Yeah.
This is like an AV guy from like an 80s movie, obviously.
It's not even,
So-
it's not even
This
cars,
is
it's like little
very
He really
important.
cares about the work.
Right. Why is this man going into
because
the
it looks better?
right? Yeah. Why is this man carrying reels into the bathroom all the time? I don't know. But yeah, and hard pivot this guy, and he's like, so yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, are you taking hydroxychloroquine? And I was like, what? And I almost just laugh in his face, and I'm like, no. And he goes on this whole thing telling me about how no doctor will prescribe hydroxychloroquine because they'll get fired. And I'm like, yeah,
Because
but
it's for malaria.
exactly. Well, that's what he's saying. He's like, well, in Africa, there's only a 1% infection rate because everyone takes hydroxychloroquine every week.
That's
and
not
I was
even
like,
true.
right. And like, I'm just standing there, and like, I know this guy from like AA, sort of, and like, I'm just like, I can't be like, you're fucking crazy and leave. And I just wait for him to tire himself out, and like, he does this whole thing, and then he just at the end, he's like, well, anyways, don't trust the vaccine. I'll see you later. And I was like, all right.
But then didn't he also say, I'm not one of those I'm not a conspiracy nut?
Yeah, he's like, sorry, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here. After he went on this whole thing about hydroxychloroquine, and
he invited you to an AA meeting, right? And his
Yeah.
selling point was that it's
He was-
maskless.
yeah, come to the Saturday meeting. It's maskless, and I'm like, well, like that's a plus. Like, like I have a pool. Like,
I mean, I don't know a lot about AA, but I would think a meeting at a pool would actually be pretty kick-ass.
it would in every other iteration of this universe we're in, but like,
Right, not now.
right. But it's just like, yeah, and I don't know a whole lot. I do know actually. So when I went into the locker room to get my stuff, they were like, "You got to just get your jacket and just leave." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." But as I'm walking out, because right near the entrance to the locker rooms, it's like a T intersection. There's 2 bathrooms right there, and a cop was like looking through the bathroom. And as I was leaving, I heard him turn. He's like, "Sandy, you're gonna want to see this." And I was like,
Oh,
"Whoa."
no.
And I try to look, but it's like right then that a manager is like, all right, everyone's got to leave, go. And then I don't want to like be in their face, but like,
That's how every improv scene should start from now on.
you
A
gotta
man
see
crashing
this.
through the ceiling?
No, Andy, you're gonna want to see this.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
an amazing line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
I hate to like go back in time to talk about something, but I did. My biggest takeaway from this story is that this was your opportunity to tackle the man so that you could get into the meat cake area. This was your one chance, and you fucking blew it.
I wish you'd take it to Beef Tent, David.
It's
You could have
amazing
been hero,
how
David.
Could have been a
could've
hero.
It's amazing how loud this whole commotion must have been, and I had no idea what happened. I didn't hear a
Right.
single thing. A man crashed through a
Wait,
ceiling.
you were there when it happened?
I was there when it happened. Yeah.
What were you doing?
Listening
I was
to Jess
squatting,
Saturday
dog.
show.
Yeah.
With Jess's vocal presence, that it
I'm
was
just
so
so
all-encompassing.
yes, I'm so entertaining. I'm so enrapturing.
Oh, you were watching her sim show?
Yeah.
I was
In like
listening
a-
to it.
In like
Yeah.
a
I
bad
think that's not a good show.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. right here on 2MB.
Well, also,
in like a
I need to
bad
point out.
farce,
I need to
in a
also
bad-
point out that the heavier the weight you're lifting, the less you hear around you. So that's also part of
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
David screams the entire time he squats. He can't live unless he's shrieking.
I think that's
Right.
why he's
Because
not
it's
allowed
just
in the hunk
That's why he's in
area.
the back corner by himself.
Yeah.
There's a screamer's corner.
it. Yeah.
There's
Whenever
Beefcake Alley, there's Screamer's Corner.
What do you think
there's
the meatheads
Deep
call your area, David?
What do I think? What?
What do you think the meatheads call your area? Because you call them the meathead area.
Right.
What do they just look at and they go, "That's the David area."
No, they call it like Banshee Alley or something.
Banshee Alley.
Yeah.
Because you scream.
Notoriously weak banshees.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Like,
I
what
like
is
to
this, an episode of
imagine-
Scream Queens. Okay.
Scream Queen.
Queens.
Right.
I like to imagine David at home getting broken into and just completely oblivious, right? He's like so focused on playing Age of
yeah.
Empires 2.
Making a meat bowl.
Yeah. It's time for his late night meet.
So David, the ceiling.
Someone's making off with your mom's.
I assume the men's and women's locker room ceilings are the same. Was it a hung ceiling, like a drop ceiling? You know, where you have like the panels.
He didn't hear it going
Is
on.
it
You think
like
he's looking
Jurassic
up at the
Park?
ceiling?
I'm
the
trying
girl
to
falls
wrap my
through?
head around. Yeah,
Maybe
like
not
how
fall
could this
through
guy
like a
think
solid
that would
cement
support?
ceiling? Yeah, it must have been like a drop ceiling, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I have completely forgot to look up at the ceiling every time I've been back.
And that's why he gets away with this shit for
Right.
so long.
Yeah.
Always
yeah.
look up. Nobody looks up. You gotta look up.
The article,
inside, wherever you are, look up.
the article says he fell from over 10 feet. So
Oh damn!
Okay, forget about him. Who cares? Is the woman okay that he fell on?
she's
Yeah.
fine. Everybody's
That's the fucked
fine.
up
He
part.
fell on a woman.
I
would
guess he
have
did.
beat that motherfucker to death right there.
That's what I said. I would have
Yeah.
wailed
I mean,
on
maybe
him.
not, but that's my instinct.
But just the shock of like, imagine you're just sitting there, you just finished
I
a
know.
workout, and then a dude just falls on you.
Yeah, like wrestler style from the top rope, just falls on you.
I want to survive that.
You know,
I
I
wish
feel
it
like
was me. I'm looking for a reason to wail on somebody. You know,
I've
that would have
had
been a
no-
great reason.
I've had an irrational fear of cameras in like public restrooms for years,
Yeah.
and it's not irrational.
It's
Right.
not
It's
rational.
not
You
at
just
all.
have to live with the fact that your
Yes.
video might be out there.
Ladies, do you ever look up at the fire extinguisher?
What?
You
You
ever
mean
look
like
up
a
at the
fire detector?
like
Smoke
fire
detector?
Yeah,
Yeah.
smoke detector, and you're like,
So the
I don't
light
know
flash-
about that.
Fire
Why are
hydrant
you blinking so
outside
much?
is watching me.
Yeah,
I feel like you're
watch
blinking
it
too
with
much over there. Yeah. I know that was my takeaway from the story originally. It was like, okay, well, that's kind of funny, but also it's a reminder that I can't go anywhere and expect privacy at all, ever.
you. Yeah.
Right.
Moral of the story.
It would have been like, oh,
Unless
is he
Wait,
okay?
Sabrina, what?
I just feel like just an alternative take. I feel like the minute I heard this, I was like, oh, the man came crashing through my ceiling. I would immediately be like, are you okay? Like I would be like, so
Well, because that's the thing. I kind of love the idea that it's all just a huge misunderstanding. like he went up to take the cameras out or something, and it's just like, I can't tell anyone about this to cause a panic. I have to solve it, and then he crashes through. Or
But what
something.
if
I thought you
gyms
meant it was
know
like a
that
new
they're-
workout that he was doing.
What if gyms
Yeah.
know that they're a high voyeur area, perhaps, so they make their roofs just paper thin, just so like it's just
As a
really
preventative
hard to
measure.
put a thing in a gym
Yeah.
because they're like, you're probably going to fall through our roof.
Right.
Contractors are like, this is an HVA here, high voyeur area. We're going to need to put in special ceilings here.
I know. Bring up the cardboard.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe the old guys have it right. You know, just hang everything out there
Oh,
and just get ahead of it. It's like people were seeing it anyway. You want to take a picture?
yeah, like you
That's
should
why-
put that up in the women's locker room, Ryan. Put up
Yeah.
a sign.
Yeah.
Follow what the
That's-
old guys
yeah,
do. Just let
just
it
get
hang
old-
out.
old
Ryan,
guys
you
is
let it
also
hang
the
out.
reason I never look at ceilings. It's because I never look higher than like the foot level. I'm just not. I don't want to look anyone in the eye.
Exactly.
I don't want to see anyone's dick, and also I don't want to see anyone stronger than me. I want to believe I'm the strongest person in the gym.
Right.
And
Right.
if you live in denial, you are. You can be anything.
Yeah, the
Dream
locker room.
on.
The locker room is the last place to observe your surroundings. That's why I haven't looked at the ceiling, but I will tomorrow.
Yeah, there's always those a couple dudes, and I'm sure maybe in the ladies' locker room as well, but who just have full on conversations. Like they're naked, they're two dudes, and they know each other real well, and they're just hanging out. They're just hanging out, and I like to get the fuck I'd like to spend as short of a time possible in a locker room.
Right.
Mhm.
So it boggles
Right.
my mind when people have conversations in there.
I don't see that so
Yeah.
much at like a Planet Fitness, but at the Y, the old ladies at the Y, man, they do not give any fucks. All their fucks were gone with the cartilage in their knees years ago.
I can get down with that, but I went to like a really nice spin studio once with my friend Francesca, and I walked in there and like it was like being in the Garden of Eden all of a sudden. And like it was just like all these beautiful like gazelle like naked women, and I was like getting changed in a corner. Like I barely use the spin bike, but I'm using all of the products in the fancy locker room.
So intimidating.
I can't get this out of my fucking head. So this story is fucking wild, right? And this is all the stuff you know, but there is one piece of information that was even crazier than all of it. Because remember, somebody was like, Sandy, you're gonna want to see this. So that means there was some other element we don't even know about that elevates the story to like next level shit. What do you think it was?
Ooh.
He could have made like a whole apartment in the wall or something.
Hashtag who is Sandy? Find Sandy.
Not out of the question.
You always hear those. There's that weird urban myth where like somebody thinks they hear stuff in their wall, and then finally when they move out, they go into the crawl space and like there's like a cot in there and like food and like
in
I
Parasite.
saw a crazy video. Yes, like a Parasite of that. Like actually, what country it was, but somebody like they set up a night vision camera in their kitchen, and someone was coming through the vent, sneaking around in their kitchen, and then would climb up and crawl back through the vent again.
It's terrifying.
Wild.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, some of those stories are true. That shit's crazy.
That poor person. They definitely bought the night vision goggles because nobody believed them. I swear there's a man coming into our kitchen at night and then crawling back up the vent. They're like, I don't believe it until I see it.
Right.
It was a camera, but I really like the visual of someone. Sorry, Armando. I really like the visual of someone like wearing night vision goggles, like hunkering down for the night, like waiting to catch the guy in the act. You know, they like set up some like cheese in a trap.
Ooh, cheese.
I'm so sus of my drop ceilings right now. You guys have no idea. I keep
Your
looking
weird
at.
apartment has drop ceilings.
I have
that's
drop
so
ceilings.
odd. Oh God! It's like an office.
There's a dude up there. No, I'm just kidding.
He's sweating. He's sweating bullets right now. Like,
Your cats would be freaking out if there was somebody up there.
Yeah, it's true. If there's a fly in here, we're having a whole day around it.
He's up there like, don't laugh at their funny jokes. You'll give yourself away.
I love the idea he's up there listening to 2MB. Like,
yeah, you're gonna go up there when you move out.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna go up there when you move out, and carved into the wall is "Listen to the Sims Show Saturday."
Right? Sounds really good. Yeah.
It's so good. David missed a whole crime.
I really wish I could have been a hero, but only time will tell.
Next time.
Next time there's a pervert in the ceiling, I'll be right there.
Yeah. See, now you've turned into your Jim's Mark Wahlberg. Like, if I had been on there, it would have been totally different.
Yeah, right. I will make a movie about this and star in it.
I would have shot his ass with a bazooka.
Jess, why don't you share your story with us?
Oh, great. I don't have a story. Can I share my screen? Is that possible to share my screen?
I
have a button on here. There's a button that says it.
Do it and see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Sharing tips.
We've never
don't show these tips again. Share screen. Share audio. I don't know that I need to share the audio actually. Okay, like ready? Oh God, we've got Inception happening. Ready? So this is my piece of news that I found from I Fucking Love Science.
Pets?
We regret that people are feeding pet leeches their own blood. This is like a thing apparently on the internet. There's like a whole community of people who feed their pet leeches
baby buffaloes
their own blood. Dude. Look at this.
Okay, I feel like we should have slapped a trigger warning.
Look at that! Look at that username, Lychee Love.
And I'm not talking the fruit.
All right. We get the point. Wait,
there's more. Wait, look at this one. You gotta see this. You gotta see this.
It's so bloated. It's like a tick.
Look at that.
I don't want to.
It's over. Tickling his little butthole.
Thank you.
How cute.
Oh no!
I would have keep in my own blood, but I do like
You want one?
Ooh.
Don't you want one of these? Look at
No.
this mess.
I want your humors to be aligned.
That is not what's going on. That is
See,
not.
Jess, you enjoy like popping, like watching popping, yes, like
Popping
pimple
on the-
popping and stuff.
You're right.
Dr.
I'm one of those
Dr.
people.
Pimple
Dr.
Popper.
Pimple Popper, that yeah, okay. So I
Mhm.
feel like that's in the
It's
same.
true.
That's in the same track there.
Oh.
Because I've heard of leeches
Well,
being
yeah, but
used
I
for
don't
like
like
medical
that.
reasons. Oh no!
Yeah, but I'm
Okay.
not like horny for that or something. That's
No,
like
no, no, no.
weird. Like,
Oh,
no.
interesting. You think it's a sexual thing.
It's not no, but it's not immediately like, ooh, I can't watch this. Like gross. There's something fascinating about
I
it.
like popping pimples.
Before they even give them blood, can we get to the question of who the fuck is like, hey, you know what I want for a pet? I want a leech.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, who would even get, like, you have to go to you can't buy a leech. You got to go to a swamp and stick your leg into a thing and let it pick you, right? Like,
Well, when I lived in Brooklyn,
Who rescued who, Ben? Who rescued who?
Like
When
the
I-
horses in Avatar.
when I
Oh.
lived in Brooklyn, the girls would try to have the most interesting pets. You know, they'd have like, oh, I have a rat, I have a lizard, I have like a pigeon that I found outside. I took him to my apartment. You know, like so
Sounds
maybe,
like we have
Wow.
pests.
yeah. So
You can
maybe
pick-
like that's the new like cool Brooklyn girl thing to do.
I
I
have
love that.
roaches. I have so many of them.
I have
my buddy
Gross.
Ben raised a squirrel. There was a squirrel fell out of a nest and was hurt, and he took it home and he raised it until it got to be like 1/1, and then it was just it bit everything. It was just an asshole. It's
Yeah.
a wild
Oh
animal.
It
no.
went nuts.
My wife is a
Squirrels
vet
like
tech, and
Yeah.
she used to work with the town's animal control officer would come in, and like so they would get all of the like, oh, somebody brought in like a baby squirrel, someone brought in, so she raised several baby squirrels from like because no one else would, and her father built a squirrel enclosure in the backyard because he fancied himself the squirrel whisperer.
Oh my God.
And at one point they
does
had
that too.
Yeah, they had like 4 squirrels back there running around, and he was like, "No, they like me a lot," and like they'd run up and like get inside the clothing and stuff, and they have real sharp claws. They hurt like hell.
oh
But
Real sharp claws.
he
Right.
thought he was the squirrel whisperer.
Are you telling me that outside of Los Angeles, wild animals are just like chill?
If you raise them from a baby, yes.
Okay.
If you find them as a baby. Also, if you find a baby squirrel somewhere, just leave it. If you find a baby anything somewhere, just leave it. The mom's probably coming back.
Does that count for humans? If you find a baby,
Just leave it.
Yeah, leave it.
Yeah, yeah. Remember there's
A
that
lot,
baby
of, a
safe
lot of moms
haven.
hide their babies instead.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
baby deer, like they're often hidden, and then people are like, "Oh no, they've been abandoned," but the mom's gonna come back.
I thought you meant people. A lot of people
Yeah.
hide their babies, you know?
I hide mine in the ceiling.
Yeah, you just slide that panel out, put the baby
Yeah.
up there.
I
Why
go
are
to the
moms
store,
in
I hide it in the
Brooklyn?
lingerie section. No one will look for it there.
I lived in Alaska when I was a kid, and I still remember getting like those things in class where they talk about, yeah, if you see a baby bear, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
but
Yeah, my ex is from Montana, and the first time I went to her house, we parked the car, and then she's like, "We need to make a lot of noise as we're walking up to the house," and I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "So that we don't just run into a bear." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, there are bears a lot of the times on the steps, and if you make noise, they'll most likely run away. But what you don't want to do is like turn a corner and have a bear there."
Right.
I was like, "No,
Oh my
you
God.
don't. You don't want that."
Did you see
Yeah.
Tina's comment? She says, that guy in the gym ceiling, he was a hidden baby.
You grew up there.
That's what I was saying. I put my baby. in
Yeah, the mom was
ceiling.
coming
I
back
put a bunch
for
of
him.
cameras to keep my
They were
baby safe.
Little
and then I
baby
found my baby. We were baby
Little
monsters.
baby ceiling.
I want the audience to be paying close attention because all of these stories are connected.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Find
like
that
you're gonna want to see
wire.
this. It's just like a crib and baby bottles and childhood photos. His whole life has been up there.
Old diapers.
Oh,
It's
oh,
like
God.
Truman Show, but in the ceiling.
Truman ceiling.
Truman Show.
Yeah, great. I think that's good on that. Loved it. That was great. Ryan, what are you sharing with us?
So what is it? We had another baby about a week and a half ago, so that's been completely See,
Where have you
connection.
hidden it?
These connections upstairs through the ceiling. Technically, it's hidden from my view right now. Although I did hear her. She was crying, but now she stopped crying. That tends to be. That's
like the way it works.
Yeah, they cry and then they stop crying. But yeah, what I need to do, I need to, because this baby has the wettest, loudest farts I've ever heard. And so I need to. No, leeches. You don't get to.
See, that's where you get me. I'm not a baby person.
It's
like
the
people
human
post
stuff.
their newborn baby pictures, and I'm like, fucking gross. Like, no, I'm never gonna pop one of those out.
She came out. Oh yeah, she came out. This
Just had one.
Covered
I know.
in like
I don't
a
care.
eyes swollen shut and stuff. Not pretty right out of the bat. I'm with you on that.
Your baby's very pretty for a newborn.
She got pretty, but like right out. I didn't show you the one right out.
Ryan, like, not for nothing, but your baby's fucking a third.
I'm so sorry
Hot
for
babies.
Kristina. She's
I'm sorry
like,
for Kristina.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, but what I need to record this happening, and then, I anticipate her down the line giving me shit. Now, right now, she's giving me literal shit. Later, verbal shit, attitude shit. Thank you. But and just having this ready to go.
To show her like high school.
Like, do you want to take my car? Like, oh, you want your friends to come over? Yeah, really? You still want to come over? Oh, it's very rude. I plan on being
do it one more
very
time.
rude.
Do it one more time with your mouth.
It's like that's the level we're talking about. I don't know how much.
I'm unhappy right now.
Let it go through.
Do you use cloth diapers or
we use cloth diapers? Yeah.
So that's got to be hard sometimes.
It can be, but she does the thing. Of course, you go to change the diaper. Okay, we're putting the new one on, and then immediately soils that diaper.
Classic move.
Yeah. So now I feel like, well, I'm not. We already bought the diapers. I'm not gonna pay for more, so it's cool that way. But
right.
Yeah, if you have in-unit laundry, go for it. If you don't do cloth diapers. That would be a nightmare. To have to like go to a laundromat.
You wash the diaper like that's. I've never had a baby.
You want one?
Really, man?
Get your baby.
I hid it somewhere,
I make
and
some hot baby.
Yeah, I said it like I totally did have a baby, and I'm trying to avoid somebody about it, but
Right.
I swear I haven't.
I left it in the ceiling somewhere.
Yeah, took my baby to the gym. Don't know what happened.
Planet Fitness in Virginia.
41 years later.
Armando's never raised a baby.
Yeah, I'm barely raising myself, and I didn't know that there was a diaper that you didn't just throw away, and so you are telling me that you essentially put like tiny sumo wrestler garments on your baby, and then every time it shits itself, you wash that.
And I had no idea. So I thought what you're saying, it's like, okay, yeah, you get those like big pieces of cloth, fold them up somehow, but there's all these different kinds, and like my wife got really into it, and so we have probably 5 or 6 different types of diaper. There are ones that are like all together and you put stuff in. Some are just like, some are that sumo wrestler kind. Some are some weird like hybrid of that. It's madness, and there's like a whole community of people who are very into this.
No, they shouldn't be.
They are very into like
No.
talking about the best ways. There's all different kinds of ways to fold the big flat diapers.
Are they
And-
always white or
disposable diapers even been around?
I don't know. I feel like they would have come around about. I feel like the 50s. The 50s is when all that shit started. Like better living through chemistry and
You guys are all bought in on big Pampers, okay?
big
Yeah.
camp.
Look, you know what?
We're going to
Capitalism,
expose you.
You guys need to like deprogram yourselves from capitalism, okay?
Mm.
Come
It is
on.
good. It is good because we got some if you're cool with your baby using diapers that have been used before and cleaned, obviously, but then we acquired a bunch from other people and we're like, oh, well, this is way more cost
plain
effective.
white cloth, or are there like designer baby diapers where like people are using cool like swatches of material?
velvet.
So the hot thing right now, if you're into the flats, is muslin. Unbleached muslin is very nice. But there are some that are like pocket diapers. So it's like a whole plastic thing with fleece lining, and you put absorbent cloth in it. And those have different patterns and colors on, so you can go nuts with that.
Honestly, like if I was a baby and I had to show,
and you were,
and I was, but like the diapers, like they always get like the diaper rash and the chafing and stuff like that. That sounds like so much comfier.
Yeah,
they're better. They are better for diaper rash.
And if I'm a baby and I don't have to be the one who like cleans it, like I would much prefer like,
The poo fleece does hold on to smells more. You got to wash those more.
Yeah,
So
I would assume
it's a.
I hate that phrase. I'm just gonna say it now.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible. I was thinking about how we could get your baby to use a litter box, and then I realized that that's just potty training.
I have an older one that we're doing that
Armando,
with
do
now.
you use a litter box?
For me personally, yeah, I live in a studio apartment in Los Angeles. They don't come with bathrooms anymore.
And they cost $5,000 a month.
You're not far off.
You either get to have walls or a toilet, not both.
Right.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh my god.
Well, this conversation has definitely solidified my stance on being a childless woman.
I'm being anti-baby.
Yeah, I'm anti-baby.
You don't have to put them in diapers. There are people out there who do not diaper their children.
I don't think that was for me being a baby.
As a way, yeah, they're free poopers.
I don't think that's better.
Supposedly, it's better for getting them to potty train, because
That's true.
it's immediately
That's true.
uncomfortable.
Literally shitting inside the house for
Yes.
Did you say potty train or body train, like at a gym?
I think you have to potty train before you body train, so I guess both.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can just shit yourself at a gym. Apparently, weirder things happen.
There's a different
People
corner
see
for
themselves at the
that.
gym all the time, I think.
Dude, how are you so jacked? Well, I shit everywhere when I was a baby. So put two and
You know
two
how much
together.
time you waste going to the bathroom? I'm just working out, baby.
Yikes.
I actually have thought about this. If I was ever like squatting or something and I just shit my pants, like I would just collapse. Like I would just fall down and lay there motionless. And then like if somebody would have like poked me, be like, dude, you okay? I just like wouldn't respond.
pretend dead.
Yeah, I would shit myself and just like pretend I'm out.
He would go possum.
David,
Yeah.
and then what?
Possum.
And then
Have you
what?
never shit
No.
yourself as an adult?
No, but well, not when I was
Okay.
sober. Not when I was sober. But
That's fine.
but no, yeah, I would possum, and then when the ambulance came, they would pull me in, and then they'd start to drive away, and I'd be like, oh no, I'm good, and then like I would just like get
You'd
up.
be like, tell them I legally died.
Yeah, yeah, I would change my name. I'd move back into the ceiling above the gym, and my new life.
Back in.
But
Yeah, my new life would begin.
from this
The
time,
gym penthouse.
I'm pretty sure you still have to pay for that ambulance ride.
You do, but it's worth it.
Not,
I would
not
pay
if you, not if you change your
astronomical
identity.
amount of money so that people didn't know I shit my pants.
Right?
Everybody else in the gym is like, so this guy David screamed for a minute straight as he was squatting, and then he shat his pants, and then he just fell
Yeah.
asleep on the floor. I was just
He does it every week.
And some beefcake's like, I missed the whole thing. I was up front lifting a lot of weight.
There's some other guy in the corner like, that's why I take hydroxychloroquine. You don't see me shitting myself in a gym.
Oh my god.
Tina's telling. Wait, where is it?
No.
$13,000. That's how much your dignity. That's how much a ride in the ambulance costs if your insurance doesn't cover it.
Yeah. I'll throw in an extra $5,000 if you give me some dead guy's social security card. I got to start all over, dude. You think I'm actually Armando Torres? I've shit myself twice. I used to be Roberto Torres. Huh?
So, Tormando Aries, you are 135 years old.
Yeah.
He travels city
Yeah.
to city solving people's problems, and when he's done, he just shits himself and moves on.
Yeah. That's why I said Armando's never raised a baby.
Yeah.
Roberto, though, that is
Oh, I see.
Right.
Convenient.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, great. Anything else about babies?
Oh, so much.
Please no.
You haven't said once in this entire story, by the way, that you love this baby.
Oh,
You just
I-
kind of went like this fucking baby.
Dude, he has cloth diapers. He loves the baby.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
You
been
watched
a week,
everything.
though.
Everything I do for this fucking baby.
Yeah.
It's been like a week and a half. How do you know it's love?
Yeah, it's really
not even.
bad,
She does smile, but it's only because she's gassy. At this point, they don't know how to smile that early.
Ryan is one of my closest friends, and it's one of my favorite things in the world to just talk about how fucking stupid his kids are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my son looked me dead in the eye yesterday and just pissed on the rug.
Yeah.
Just straight up, no pants, pissed on the rug.
Ryan is a fucking
Why?
Because we're trying to potty train him, and it's easier without pants on. But he missed it, and it was like,
Direct eye contact.
yeah, direct eye
It was that
contact. Just
fear. He was like, Dad's gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Do you remember that feeling though?
Years
Like when
go
I was
back.
younger, it definitely when I was a little kid, I would hate to go to the bathroom because I thought I was going to miss something fucking awesome. Right?
Yeah.
It's such a
Yes.
weird stuff. I'd be like,
Yep.
in
I
the
would hold
2 minutes
it.
in the bathroom, everything cool ever is going to happen, so I'm just going to hold it. Yeah.
This
I
is a
love
little,
going to
this is
the
a little
bathroom.
off topic, but do you all remember the last time you pissed yourself as a kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
As a kid?
Yeah, you guys do?
I do.
I do too. Like
Let's
the last
tell it.
time you
You
were like,
first.
I know how to not do this.
Mhm.
Like,
Here
you're,
did I
like
finally click.
you're weighing your options and you're like, I think I could still get away with it though.
That was not what was going through my head. I knew I was not going to get away with it. I just hoped that I could
not
hold
an
it.
experience I had.
I was at
Yeah.
school.
I was a friend's
I was
house.
a kid. I pissed myself at school.
What grade? What grade and did they find out?
First grade?
Oh,
grade.
the last time you pissed yourself was first grade. That's fine. That's acceptable. You can
No,
piss
I,
yourself.
know, that's, I knew it though.
When's a
I
good
knew it was
range?
acceptable.
When would be too late?
Fifth grade.
Let's not talk about that. Let's
yeah,
not
fifth
talk
grade's
about
way
that.
too late. You should
I'll
have
tell you
that
because I
in-
pissed myself in fifth grade.
Fifth
That's how I
grade,
know.
oh,
it
no.
was too late.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
They don't
Did
treat you like it's an uh-oh. They don't. No one ever says like it's okay. They just
Right.
kind of go like,
When
We'll call
when you
you
pissed
Mom.
yourself, did you just fall down and pretend you were asleep? Until-
I tried immediately
Well,
to
that's
go to the
when it
water
started.
fountain and like I tried to pretend like an accident had happened.
Classic,
they made
yes.
it worse.
Yeah,
Wow, you
that's
tried
what
to
I-
Billy Madison. What was that? Billy Madison? What was that?
Yeah, Billy
Yeah.
Madison.
Yeah.
I only got it all over my face and chest, so it was just like I splashed water on my face, and then also I pissed myself. Double bad.
That's great.
oh boy.
I love it.
My brother pissed himself on a flight to China on like hour 3 of like a 12-hour flight.
Oh no.
How old is he?
I can't remember. I want to say he was like maybe in like 4th grade, and
Yikes, Chloe.
like
Yeah.
he was too embarrassed to tell us, so he just threw a blanket over himself for like 10 hours, and then we were like, "Do you smell piss?"
Oh,
No, it's just airplane air.
I've heard those blankets are nasty. I've heard like never use an airline blanket because they don't wash them and people are just
Pissing
Pissed
on
on
them.
abusing them.
Kids are
Do you
just
think they just put them back in the plastic bags?
You got them out of
Probably.
plastic bags?
They don't even wipe down the trays, Lauren.
I'll find some
They
low-rent
don't even,
airlines.
like wipe
All right,
down.
I haven't been on an airplane in a while, admittedly.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
fucking gross.
I was gonna commend y'all for
Best
taking-
travel story in the past year.
I commend y'all for taking flights that come with a blanket. I'm lucky if I get like a drink and peanuts or something.
I've only ever gotten a blanket one time on a flight to Mexico.
You're not gonna need a blanket in Mexico though. They should take the blanket away from you mid-flight.
Yeah, but it's
blanket when
like
you get
0
off the
degrees
plane.
at 30,000 feet.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not on Delta.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you tried to take the blanket. You're like, I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
So I did. I did try to take it, and they wouldn't let me. They're
They
like,
asked you
"Ma'am,
for the blanket.
sorry, you can't have that." And I was like, "Ooh."
Come on.
If
Good
you
thing the flight's over.
if the flight's over, you can do whatever you can take it. They can't kick you off the flight anymore. You're done. You've reached your
Yeah, but I
destination.
didn't want security following me around.
What are you gonna do? You just say it's my blanket. I brought it.
We have a stolen blanket.
That's like such a white girl thing to do.
Still
Take a blanket.
To like
Oh, yeah.
get away, try and get away with stealing a blanket from a plane. It's a
In
Karen
another
thing
country.
to do.
Fuck you,
In
Jess.
another country. Yeah.
We've gone from babies to stealing.
We have cut up fleece blankets to use them as liners. Yes, that's a real thing. Yeah.
Sabrina, do you have any stories to share?
I have a super quick news story, and then I have a pet inspired story. Is that fine?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Is it a
Okay.
leech?
I just have one short news story. I read that apparently 6 people vandalized the Hollywood sign in LA,
I heard.
and they spelled Holly Boob. What I thought was so funny was I think I watched this clip, and like one of the women tried to pass it off as like as an act to raise awareness around breast cancer, which I think is so funny because everybody knows what breast cancer is. There's no, it's true.
But no one's
That's just
talking
raising
about.
awareness of breasts.
Really just one breast, Holly Boob.
Actually, yeah, the woman's name is Holly, and I just feel like nobody's talking about my tits enough. So.
Oh, we got a picture. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Why not?
I feel like they went a
problem
lot harder
Middle
on the
school
second
level
one.
shit right there.
They just made a
Wow.
little line to put between the
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
my
The
it
problem is Holly prostate was too long. They decided to just.
Wait, Wanda, you're in LA?
Yeah. From and live. Yep.
Oh, nice. What part?
I live in Pico Union, like borderline Pico Union, Koreatown.
Okay,
like
yeah.
over on 11th and Alvarado. I shouldn't have said that.
What's your social security card?
I used to live there. I was born in
Oh, sick.
Reseda. Yeah. So,
On
nice.
11th and Alvarado?
but I was gonna. Did you see this sign?
I
Did you
didn't
see
the
it?
sign
You're a little
today,
far,
no.
far south. Yeah.
Or it was a couple days ago. But if you run down the freeway just even a little bit, like heading towards like Beverly Hills direction, so north. I don't know why I said it like that. I sound so shitty.
Are we talking the 10? Are we talking the 110? Are we talking the 405?
There's so many voices. I'm sorry. No, you're good. I didn't see the sign, but I did see this news, and they arrested 6 people. And the best part was they were like, I guess that at first they were like, it's for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and then they were reminded that was in October, and that's just so. There's so many good things with this.
It got
Wow,
lost in the voices.
hilarious.
But yeah, you said run down the freeway.
Yeah. You just take like a little. You
Sprint.
just take a little run down the freeway. You just drive a little bit. I don't move my car ever. In Los Angeles, you find a parking spot and you stay there until street sweeping day, and then you move it for 30 minutes, and then you just park it right back there. And there's no reason to have a car at all. I should just get a bike.
This is opposite from everything I've ever heard about LA, where everybody's like, you need to have a car. You got
Right.
You do,
Yeah.
you do, but right now there's not a whole lot of reasons to go anywhere. And the cool thing about Los Angeles is on my block there's like a million restaurants, laundromat, grocery stores, gas stations. There's like I can walk 5 minutes and get anything I want, legally or illegally. It's all here. It's 11th and Alvarado, baby. What's up?
But you can't go to the bathroom.
She's in California. That's
Yep.
Lisa. She's
It's coming to get you.
Yeah, I want to present the Google Street View of Armando's apartment.
Nat, what's going on?
It's stalking.
Well, that's like the gym ceiling of Earth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to crash through it, baby.
Wow.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Sabrina, you said you also had a pet story.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, all right. We were just talking about pets, and my family has. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack. Okay, so my brother in high school had just had really bad anxiety, and my parents like are really skeptical about like psychiatry and like therapy, and so they called up a feng shui consultant instead. And he was like, yeah, so you need to turn your son's luck around, and to do that you need to buy 12 goldfish and exactly 1 blackfish and install it in his room, and over the last 4 years we've killed upwards of 80 fish. And it was just been so many fights. There have been so many fights we've had at dinner.
God!
I know it was like oh, like our water is too hard, or this type of blackfish does not get along well with these like goldfish.
At 80, it stops being accidental and becomes genocide. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think it's just your brother's really has bad luck. That's crazy.
No, I think it's anxiety. They're
So weird.
taking
The feng
his
shui's
fears.
not working.
They're
I was like,
soaking
this
it
sounds
in.
like a bad fucking omen. My mom was like, it's not. I called them. They're good, dead or alive. So
They're
How
still
can that
lucky.
be right?
It doesn't even matter if they're goldfish.
Wow.
Maybe they're crackers. It's fine.
He wants to know did
Feng Shui and aquarium supply store.
I know.
God.
Well, we before the show we were talking about pickling. You could just have a whole bowl of like vinegar, just
Pickle
or formaldehyde. Keep the fish in there.
Ryan, no.
that's so good.
If they're dead already,
That's
I'm not
awful.
saying
The
kill the
root,
fish.
the root is anxiety. I don't know if a fermenting jar
Yeah.
of
Full of dead fish.
goldfish in his room is gonna help.
Kristina, they're good, dead or alive.
Yeah.
use the whole
Yeah.
animal.
Right.
Who wrote that article? Like an Old West bounty hunter? It's just like, yeah, dead or alive, they'll kill your anxiety.
Is it still using the whole animal if it's just leaving its dead body in the room? That's the laziest way to use it,
It's
What do you
still
think?
the
It
whole
needs
Wow.
a soul to be good?
I guess.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't they change color after they die?
What color
Most
do they
things
turn?
do.
I don't know.
Uh,
Sabrina, what
Well,
color
he was
do they
really
turn?
specific about the gold and the black, so we've just Oh, I have no idea. We throw them out right away.
So
Sorry.
is this ongoing?
Yeah. Well, it's stabilized. The current fish are like happy and around the corner.
Good.
Yeah.
Does your brother name the fish, or are they just like the lucky fish who live in his room?
No, they don't even live in his room anymore. He literally was like, the tank is so fucking loud it keeps me up at night and it worsens my anxiety. So it's now out of his room.
How's he doing?
He's great. No, this was like many years ago.
So it works.
Okay.
Oh.
So he's
I was
good now.
becoming increasingly concerned.
Can we see the goldfish? Are they like somewhere travelable?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a good use of time?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to see him, yeah.
His subscribers only.
Oh, wait, one second. Kevin, I'm like on a Twitch show right now, so I can't really talk.
Okay.
Please not show these people. Here are our fish. And here's my brother.
I don't
Hi,
see
brother.
any fish.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
Brother, are you okay?
Oh, there they are.
Blink
Oh.
twice if you need help.
It looks like the ratio was inverted. Like there's one
Yeah.
goldfish and
Yeah.
a bunch of blackfish.
Yeah, I think I just think that they picked like some fish that get along better with each other, and there's like some stripes of yellow on them, and that's the
That's all you
compromise.
need. Is he luckier? Like is it working in that sense?
I mean, he's better.
So hey, all right.
Great.
Then it works.
All right.
That's
Yeah, that's science.
But I do
Very
feel
true.
like fish is one of those pets that people think are really easy to own. They're like, oh, it's a fish in a bowl, but it's like you have to test the pH of the water and make sure the food is right, and like the filter it's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, fish
You
is
sound
not
like
a
a
good
man
pet.
who's killed many fish. That's what
You do.
Not easy.
I've only killed one fish, and that was it. I was like, I don't ever want to do this again.
I
don't know,
killed
man.
two.
You sounded pretty wistful when you said that. That's harder than it looks.
Oh,
I had 2 fish kill themselves.
Whoa.
They jumped. Tell me
They
they
jumped
jumped. Wow.
They jumped out.
Jumping.
I'd rather be dead.
Wow.
Was it
Oh,
was it like a love pact?
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
I
What?
didn't think of it.
Wow.
Like I need
Honestly,
out. They
Kinda
free willing
feeling-
themselves.
Kind of feeling like that fish these days.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
Christina, it sounds like you need to turn your luck around.
It seems like you need a lot more fish.
Yeah, it sounds
My
like it.
cats would eat those fish immediately. Have you seen this cat? It's like circling me like I'm food.
All right, then you got to make it work for you. You got to get like 20 black cats and 1 gold cat.
Oh yeah.
Got the gold
I
cat.
have 2 gold cats.
There you go. That's
You do.
that's
Yeah.
lucky.
40
But now
black
you
cats.
need
Golden
40
ratio.
black cats. Yeah.
There you go.
40 black cats.
It's fine.
And the
This is
luck
your
will
new
be
life,
start
Christine.
rolling in.
You go
That's
full
my new
cat
life.
lady.
Rolling in.
Full cat lady.
Lauren, share a story with us.
Okay. Today I had a team meeting and it was 6 of us, and we took one of those like little career assessment or like personality assessment things, or your work style.
Mhm.
Everyone got empathy. I was action.
I feel like
I don't mind that, but I'm just like, how are all these other bitches empathy? And I'm over here in action. I don't know. It felt like those assessments feel a little bit judgmental sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they cause rifts. I at my last job, me and like everyone, it was like a smaller company, and everyone took it. And the CEO there, who was a woman, and my boss, who was a woman. Like, I don't know why I said they're both women. Like, just so you know, I know you were thinking my boss was a man. But they were both women. But the CEO got like the exact same assessment as me, and we were like talking about it. It was like, oh, we're both super creative. You know, we need to think outside the box, yada, yada, yada. And then my boss got one and was like, this is someone who will follow the rules no matter what. If there's a stop sign, they always stop. And like, ever since like we took that test, it was just not the same.
Wait, is this like is this like an official office test, or is this like BuzzFeed or something?
No, it's like a
There's all
INFJ.
sorts of these professional ones that
Yeah.
usually like try to divide you into, 4 or more categories. Like in this case, it was like analytical, vision, action, and then empathy. There's usually one category that's like, you are good with people, and then the other categories don't really have.
I feel like action is good though. You get shit
Well, yeah.
done.
What exactly comprises an
It's
action?
true, like work, but
You sound very actionable. You didn't sound at all empathetic when you described their results.
I know it's the thing is, it's true, and I know it's true, and I'm sorry.
I just loved your energy where you were like, I'm gonna be the most empathetic ass bitch you ever seen, dog. I'm gonna care about you so hard.
Those do not know empathy.
I think this sounds stupid, and you need to talk to a feng shui consultant
only Slytherin,
and get some
okay.
fish. You need to get some fish in there.
Yeah. Do you think that's what the cops were talking about? Sandy, you got to see this. This guy had so many fish,
and they're all dead.
They're
ratio
nailed to
was
the
off,
wall.
Oh no! And one leech.
One leech.
Mhm.
So did you feel then the rest of the day? Did you feel like they were all like the empathy crew?
Oh, well, I mean, we're virtual. And then, no, I don't really feel that way because, like, I know that my team would not function without me because,
Needs action.
like,
Action.
I'm just,
Because they're
Without Lauren,
big-
they're just fucking all day, right?
Huh?
Without Lauren, they're just fucking crying all day, right?
Yeah.
They're just so soaked up in their feelings. Lauren's there to dry the tears and get shit done.
Yep. Yep.
Anytime Lauren has a sick day, it's just them sitting there like, we really need to get some work done. Yeah, I really get you. We really do.
I miss Lauren. Me too.
I like barely talk to them though in like these COVID times. So like I don't talk to people a lot. Everyone else seems to be in meetings all the time, but I'm just by myself in Excel.
I fake a lot of
Excel.
meetings at work.
You fake a lot?
I fake a lot of meetings.
Do you
that's a
take
good-
do you
yeah.
take meetings with
You
people who
just
don't
block off
exist?
your calendar with like
That's the move. That's the move.
Smart move.
I don't have
Yes.
a lot of meetings, and I feel weird about it.
She says that her schedule says she's in a meeting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
wrong.
working late
I
today.
used to do that
It is
too.
true. It is true.
It's a weird thing. Like everyone else on my team is like in a ton of meetings. I'm at this big new scary corporation, and like, yeah. So I'll just schedule myself meetings.
They're doing it too.
Love that.
Are you just
Yeah.
like important meeting? Or like,
That's kind of like the adage of like wear what you want to wear, dress for the job you want to have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Schedule yourself for the schedule you want to have.
Right.
That's why I
Exactly.
dress like a homeless person.
You're doing fine.
I'm going to put on my calendar for tomorrow. Meet with Jeff Bezos.
You spell it B-E-E. Jeff Bezos.
Go to Mars.
Oh my god.
God.
is that on your vision board?
It is. Go to Mars.
So-
Meet Jeff Bezos.
So quick detour just from that. Who, show of hands, who would go to space like in the next like 10 years if it's available? Yeah?
Even if the man
Absolutely.
never came back, I'd go.
I would go now. If
Absolutely.
aliens showed up to my house right now, right like on air, and they were like, Jess, you can go to space with us, but you can never come back, I'd be like, okay, bye everyone.
That
See
is
ya.
different. I would do that. I don't want to get on like I was reading about like Bezos today. I like that we're called the same Bezos.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I was
About
reading
Bez.
about the Bezos today and like how he stepped down as CEO and he's like, oh, now I can focus on my space flight company. And it's like, you know,
really?
I don't want to get, yeah. It's not, he has so much money. Of course,
It's
he has
just to outweigh.
That's what
Space
it would be for
flight
the super rich
company.
anyway.
Yeah. But
You
like,
don't
I
wanna
would
drink
want to.
Like,
All the richest people are like, I gotta get the fuck out of
Right.
here now.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Me and Armando aren't going to space any
It
fucking
is like
time
that.
soon.
No.
Let's put it that way.
But you don't just
Well-
want to go up, be zero gravity, and then come back down. Like you want to, if you're going to space, you want to go somewhere.
I had an
Yeah.
alien show up and be like, "Hey, we need you," and I'd be
Yes.
like, "I know,
Oh,
I
you,
know."
you saw the results of that work test? I'm really creative.
Yeah.
I'm creative. I get it. You guys need some help with some
Yeah.
graphic design.
I'm out of this
Sabrina.
world.
Sabrina, why is it a no from you?
I have really bad car sickness.
Fair.
Yeah, same.
Seems like a long ride. And
I don't like going to another city because I have to fly there. I hate flying because
Yeah.
it's so fucking uncomfortable for me.
How
being
long is
a
the trip
fucking
to the moon,
giant.
though?
Well, you a big guy. I feel like
Yeah,
it's like
it sucks. So like
Yeah.
I would love to go places, but I talk myself out of it. It's like I don't want to sit on a plane for 4 hours.
How big are you, Ryan?
I'm 6'2", but I'm like wide. My shoulders always stick out and just get clipped by people walking by.
Takes
I-
3 days to get to the moon, by the way. 3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
Do you get to keep the blanket that NASA gives you? At least.
You got to leave that on the
yeah.
moon. It's like-
Ryan, I don't know if you can tell from the way I fill out this frame, but I'm 6'5" and like 320 or something. I'm just like I'm built like a football player, and it's terrifying. But that's the same reason I never liked flying on anything or doing anything or go. There's just like a things
Doing
that you get's too big to do anymore. You're just like, no, I can't, man.
Raising babies.
Right.
Yeah, my brother's 6'7".
Big
He's
babies.
like, if I can't get an extra row, I just don't take the flight.
Yeah, that's it. I've agreed so many times that like I'll sit in the emergency seat and like they make you swear. They're like, "Will you save everyone's life?" And you're like, "Yeah, nah." But yeah, I'll say it. I mean, I'll get myself off
I'll
first.
jump out the door. That hey,
Yeah.
it's open for everybody else.
I'll make sure I can fit out of the door, and then that's saving everyone. Because if I can't, you're fucked.
One thing I don't care for, and like I'm a smaller person, so this doesn't really apply to me, but generally the men that I date, but like if they like pull, if the person in front of you pulls their seat back and your legs are touching the
my
front
God.
of the seat, like is like, have you ever gotten into a fight with someone over that? Like, yeah.
Here's the problem. This is a perfect analogy for class warfare, right? Where we're pitting the people sitting in front of each other and behind each other against each other. It's the airlines giving us less space.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
They take out rows. There used to be like half as many rows or something, and they just keep
Yeah.
adding rows. It's
Yep.
insane.
Yep.
That's
You
why
should
they
be able
give
to
you like a
smoke.
window in between seats, and you're just like, this is for no one. No one's enjoying it.
Right. Oh my God, you're right. That's totally why that's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm mad now.
Call
Yeah.
it Bezos.
Jeff
Fucking Bezos. Bezos.
Get Bezos on the horn.
I'm taking down all these notes for tomorrow, guys. Don't worry. I'll bring it up.
All right,
For your
Jeff.
meeting?
Jeff, why airplanes so crowded?
Jeff.
What's the deal with airline food? That's my number 2 thing.
It used to exist. Like, I haven't seen an airline meal in like 15 years, maybe.
Right.
They
Nah.
do
Yeah.
it. They do it. I think for like really, really long flights. But
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the length of the flight needs to be for you to get a meal is getting longer and longer.
Right. It's
I
gonna be like
have-
fucking 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I
Sandwich
feel
on a plane.
I saw the movie Snakes on a Plane before I went on a real plane, and I felt lied to. The first time I went on there, I was like, "This okay." First of all, this plane has one fucking set. Like, there's no stairs.
No
You can go
snakes.
downstairs. That's immediate. There was a bathroom that 2 people could fit in. 2 people and a snake could fit in. Man, it sucks.
So many plot holes.
Yeah,
There were only 2 snakes on the airplane.
there were
Right.
2 snakes,
Only
5 leeches, and 42 babies.
And also, there's no way to have like sex in an airplane bathroom. There's just
No.
no way.
Right?
No, not if you're
Unless
me or
you're with
Ryan, and especially not if
tiny
we're doing
people.
it together.
You can't even jerk off in an airplane bathroom. Yeah, because I'm like this the whole time. I can't stand up straight in a bathroom. I'm
If
sure
you're
you
a
can't.
coach,
Oh,
everyone
God.
sees you go to the bathroom. Everyone's just staring at you going to the bathroom.
There's a
There's
way.
no.
There it is.
And she's
Bad.
5'11".
Wow! Holy shit!
You know what? I just haven't applied myself.
I
I
haven't
feel
tried
like
hard enough.
sex mostly happens under the blankets on planes, which is why you don't want those. Again,
Yeah.
another reason why you don't want
Oh.
Oh.
And also
Wow.
because there's cameras in the bathroom.
Guy
Oh,
falls
wait.
through the airplane roof.
That was a conspiracy theory. I thought you
Samuel
were
L.
being
Jackson
genuine.
fighting a snake.
It's either a
And
man or a
that's
snake who's gonna fall
what's
through
going
the
on.
ceiling. That's just how it is.
That's why. That's the other reason I didn't try to have sex in a bathroom on an airplane is because I found out that a snake will bite your dick while you're in the middle of it
That's-
somehow. I just
Every
realized
time.
it doesn't make sense due to anatomy.
Atomically?
Anatomy.
Anatomically,
Anatomically.
right. There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Huh.
Well, how, is it during sex that it bites your penis? Because would be hard.
Yeah. Well, the penis was
It
hard.
would.
That's why it was able to be bit.
No, I mean like just the timing of it. It would be like post or right before.
That's
Anyway,
what I'm saying. Yeah. So the snake had to just be like waiting, like
Because it's hidden part of the time.
Right.
mm,
right.
Yeah.
Hidden, yes, like the babies.
The baby. Don't compare a baby to a
I don't know if I'm
baby.
gonna make that comparison, Jess. I was just gonna let it sit out there and live out there, but I'm glad we did that.
I prefer to lay it all on the table.
The only thing that they have in common is that my PP and Ryan's baby both hang out in cloth that can be rewashed even if it
Soft
gets
cloth,
shitted.
yes. In case of snakes.
Tina would like us all to know that the planes have sleeping quarters for the crew so that it doesn't need to be in a bathroom.
Oh, so they get to fuck and we
So
don't.
they get that.
I'm not gonna sneak somewhere on a plane like, in 2020.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, right?
I want a ticket for one of those rooms I can fuck in, please.
Did David's power go out? Because his
Oh.
lights just shut
Oh
off.
no!
So weird.
Oh,
David, and he's
no!
frozen.
Did
Yeah.
he get possessed by
I
a
think his
demon?
power might have gone out.
Oh, no,
The lights went out
David.
before.
No, he's just really thinking about what he's gonna say next. It's gonna be
That's a
so
pretty good
fucking
post we
funny.
got on actually.
Mhm.
Oh my god. A guy
Or-
just fell through the ceiling on him.
His dad fell caption contest.
We all know
Oh
David
my
is thinking about
God.
ass right now.
Oh yeah.
Are
Yeah.
they having a storm in Virginia right now?
No, I think it
Um,
came through there already.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos just heard about what he was saying and he was like, none of this shit,
No.
man. How
He found the
dare
switch
you.
to David's internet specifically.
Could probably do it.
David's thinking about why did they get bit on the dick, not the ass? That makes no sense.
He owns Twitch, right?
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, it could have been the balls. I guess they never showed what got bit. That's what's wrong with that movie. Is it needed to
That's
show
what's
more,
wrong with that movie.
more balls?
Oh, the balls.
Oh, I saw that movie very
Balls.
hungover.
Armando, you want the viewer to put some of the pieces together themselves. Okay, this is like
that's
part of
true.
the movie magic.
You got to trust your audience.
There's two big cinema questions. In Inception, did he actually wake up? And in Snakes on a Plane, was it the dick or the ball?
Right. And of course, what was in the Pulp Fiction briefcase?
And what was in the box?
What's in that bag?
I think we knew it was in the box.
Yeah, it was.
It was a snake.
It was a snake and wrapped around a baby, just chilling,
Right.
daring you to save its baby. Its pet baby, by the way.
Okay. Let's get back on track. That was we went to a dark place there. I liked it.
There's a track.
Armando, you got a story to share?
I do.
Oh, sorry, before you start, David just texted me, man jumped out of my ceiling.
We called
Oh
it.
no.
Yeah.
I don't have a news story, but I did have something that just happened to me that was very upsetting. I got locked out of my house 2 nights ago at like 1 a.m. I went outside for like a quick smoke, and then so that's what's even worse is like I was high when I got locked out of my house, and I could see. So I have 2 doors in my house. I have like a screen door, and then I have like a normal door. And the screen door was open, the screen door was closed, but the normal door was open. So I could see inside of my apartment. Like I could see my keys sitting there on my bed, like mocking me, like, hey, you fucking stoned idiot. How are you going to pull this one off? And my first point of order after being locked out was to try to break into my own apartment. And I was pleasantly surprised and insanely disappointed at how hard it is to break into my own apartment.
11th Crenshaw, give it a shot, everybody.
Yeah, 11th and Alvarado, come through. If the first person to break into my apartment gets my babies.
Hashtag the Armando
You
challenge.
won't find them though.
They're hidden. They're very good.
Roberto's baby.
Right, the Roberto's baby.
I tried everything. I tried breaking into my window, but it was locked. I tried like opening the door to the side enough to like get the latch out. Actually, now that I think about it, several people passed by me and saw me doing this, and not one of them said anything or called the police. So I guess that was fine enough.
People gotta stop calling the police anyway.
I feel like
Yeah.
I would assume someone's trying to get back into their apartment.
Right, if
what
they're
I would
so
assume,
obvious
too.
about it, right?
Yeah, I'm a huge guy. I reek like marijuana, and I'm just like trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying
That
to
would
rip
make
the
me
door off
trust
the wall.
you even more.
Yeah,
Implicitly.
exactly. So luckily I have one of those like Google things set up, the thing that you can like ask it questions and shit. And I remembered that you could make phone calls off of it. So I called everyone that I knew that had a spare key to my apartment, which is like 4 people. Because when I moved in, they gave me a key ring with 25 keys of all to my apartment. And I was like, what is this a weird flex? Am I supposed to know 25 people well enough to give them all keys?
That's weird.
Are you fucking with me? Am I the bad person? So I gave like 8 of them out because I felt bad. And so again, it's not impossible to get into my house.
Business card, put your name on it.
That's smart. No, like 4 of my friends have keys too. Lauren, do you still have keys?
No, because I think you took them. Danielle took them back at some point.
All right, Danielle's okay. I have at least 3 people.
Hey.
David's back.
There he is.
I had them for like a year though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I called everyone that I knew that had keys. David's just I got locked out of my apartment is where we're at.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, are you okay?
No. I'm glad you're back here in my
David,
apartment.
are you okay? First of all, from that man calling
A
us?
man jumped out of my ceiling, but I tackled him. I'm a hero now. We're all good.
Oh,
Did your
I'm
power
letting
go
you
out?
into the meathead part of your apartment now.
Yeah. I'm just sad you guys missed my scream. No, the power.
did you shit yourself? How was the ambulance ride?
Everything was fine. My power just it just flickers a lot, and that was a significant one. But go ahead, Armando. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I got locked out. I tried calling everyone through a Google like device that I have because I didn't have my phone, I didn't have my wallet, I didn't have my keys on me at all, and my
So
screen
you're
door
like
was
yelling through the window to be
No,
like,
I'm
Alexa.
I'm yelling through my door and just being like, call. And the worst part was the first person I called was my ex-girlfriend. I was like, call my ex.
Oh no.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
Hey, I know I'm your favorite person right now, but can you help me at 1:30 in the morning? No one answered. No one was able to do it. I finally called a friend and she was able to call like a locksmith. And then she was like, I'm gonna make sure you're okay. So I'm gonna stay on the phone with you. And I was like, no, the whole neighborhood can hear us having a conversation right now.
Yelling through the door at you.
Yeah, she's just so like if you're my neighbor, all you heard at like 1:30 in the morning was like, so how have you been? Huh?
Yikes.
Yeah. And so eventually the locksmith shows up and I don't know if any of you have ever hired a locksmith, but the guy that shows up, he doesn't show up in like a truck with a logo or anything. He shows up in a Hyundai, just a Hyundai. And he's on a phone call with my friend through his speakers of his car, and it's so loud that again everybody within a mile radius can hear what's happening. And
That's
she's
great.
trying to describe what I look like, which is also great because I got to hear what she thought. She was just like, "Hey, he's really tall, kind of big, kind of big,
Oh my god.
And so
Yikes.
eventually I waved down the guy and I'm like, hey, it's me. I'm the big fucking fat idiot that locked himself out of my apartment. And he said into the phone, he said to her, he was like, oh, that's your boyfriend. You have very great taste in men. Maybe I steal him. Because he had this like weird Eastern European accent. I shouldn't say weird. That's
Sounds like Borat showed up.
it was kind of. He was just like,
My
hey, I'm a wild and crazy locksmith. What's up? So this guy walks up to my apartment, and he did actually sound like more like Russian, like Eastern European kind of. And he's just like, hey man, what's going on? And I was like, I locked myself out of my apartment. And he's like, okay, you don't happen to have like ID on you or anything? And I was like, no, man, I don't have anything on me. Otherwise I wouldn't be standing outside of my apartment probably. And he's like, oh, okay, well, if I get inside your apartment, can you prove to me that you own this apartment so that I'm not just, I don't know if you're trying to like break into that girl's new boyfriend's house or something. And I was like, no. I even tried to joke. I pointed inside and was like, those are my size 15 Nikes. You don't think that that's like proof enough that like this might just be my apartment? And he was like, I don't know. Maybe you break into ex-girlfriend's house. I mean, this is the part where you have to trust, because I swear on my fucking life that these are the exact words that came out of this man's mouth. He pointed at the shoe and he went, I don't know, maybe you're trying to break into ex-girlfriend's house. I mean, size 15 shoe. Imagine the cans on her, man.
Is that a thing?
Huh?
Do girls with bigger feet have bigger
I
feet?
don't think so.
I don't think so either.
In my life.
Before.
No.
I've heard it in relation to men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is upset right now in the chat.
That she has bigger tits because she has bigger feet.
Bigger.
I-
Because
I
her
don't think I'll
new
give it a
boyfriend has
cat.
bigger feet.
No. He said he kind of went on. He was just like, yeah, I like me a bigger girl, man. And I was like, why are we? Can you break into my apartment, please? From
Yeah, I
my
know.
And so that's when all of the confidence of not being able to break into my apartment faded away as this man in 45 seconds, just about, he broke into my apartment. He took a key out, he sprayed WD-40, he put the key in, and he tapped it with the screwdriver, and he made like direct eye contact with me, almost as if to say like, I can come back and do this anytime I want. So.
And did that cost you around $400?
It cost me, he said, he goes, it's going to cost you $200 to get in. And I was like, I will give you $250 if you do it and don't talk to me anymore. Please. And I did. I gave him $250. He left my house. He fucking towards the end, he like walked into my house because I had to show my ID and like a piece of mail that's like I live here. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have
What
a
is he
mask.
gonna do if you don't?
Exactly. I'm 6'5". I've got 15
guess we call
Nikes.
the police,
The
right?
woman who lives here has huge cans. I'm good. You
I
go.
know, yeah.
And so yeah, when he walked into my house so I could show him the stuff, I was like, I'm sorry I didn't have a mask before, I got locked out of my house. And he was like, it's okay, brother. I don't even believe in it. And I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here, man.
What?
Yikes.
Hold on, I gotta pull some red thread out and tie that back to David.
Right.
David, did the guy
Yeah.
you were talking to at the gym, did he have kind of an Eastern European accent?
Hydroxychloroquine, take it
That
now.
man was in every story you heard tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the Florida man that connects all of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's
I
my
really
scope.
hope that that locksmith thinks that when a woman gets breast implants that her feet grow to match.
That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks the phrase "Do the carpets match the drapes" means.
Right. Yeah.
Big hands, big feet. Ah.
Feet same size as breast. Yes.
Got locked out of her car while delivering energy gels to a guy she was dating while he was running a marathon. So basically,
Mom says no.
No.
at mile 6, and then just got locked out of the car.
Oh my
Energy
god.
gel.
Energy gel. Is that something you eat or is that like a topical thing?
No, it's like a gel
Energy
pack. Yeah, it's like you eat and it hydrates you
yeah.
without bloating you the way that water or a liquid bloats you if you're running.
Huh.
Just like
Sounds
bite
pretty
into
cool.
it. Just like
He broke up with her 2 days later. It's so sad.
no!
Oh no.
That's
No
awful.
reason
I was
why-
gonna say, wow, that's
Don't
a
run
lot of
marathons.
dedication to deliver an energy pack to someone while they're running. I don't know.
yeah.
Do you think that
That's
he
amazing.
broke up with her because it was like the wrong energy gel or something?
Or was
I
it
said
because
lime.
she got locked out?
Failed to deliver on the most important day.
I also want to come clean. That is my ex-girlfriend. That's why she's working on me so hard.
Yeah.
It's like I can totally have sex in an airplane, and I didn't want to help you into your apartment.
Oh,
Just trolling you in the chat.
Oh no.
no. One time I was in college and I left prescription meds for a thing in my ex-boyfriend's currently ex, at the time current boyfriend's apartment was Bryce. And fortunately it was a first floor apartment, so I broke into his apartment because he didn't answer the phone and he must have been in class or something, and like it was like he has like one of those or not anymore. I don't think that building's even still there, but it was like one of these windows in the front. And I was like, fuck it, I guess this is what I'm fucking doing. And I just, opened it up and I shimmied my ass in there and toppled over the couch and knocked a plant over. But I got my prescription. I took my prescription on time, and nobody called the cops.
There you go.
Except me.
So someone
now,
did stop
we have
you.
that on tape.
Someone did stop you. Hey, what are you doing? Oh no, I'm just trying to get in to get drugs.
Prescription drugs.
Yeah.
I gotta get my drugs. Oh,
I
really?
looked at my drugs.
No, I need them. I need them.
Did you explain that you broke into this house, or did you just leave the plant broken and the window open to have him come home and be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
did you ever tell Bryce?
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
oh
sure I
you're-
did.
that doesn't sound like you are. That sounds like you're like, yeah, I probably did."
Oh,
I
that's
think
why
I
my couch.
must have.
That's why my couch is knocked over and my drugs are gone. Oh, okay, good. Good.
If I was you, as soon as the plant would have broken, I was like, all right, I'm stealing other shit too. This is bad.
Oh, yeah.
This is
No,
now
it was me.
I didn't break it. I knocked it over. That's all. They were my drugs. They're my drugs.
And my
You-
drugs
well-
are taking them.
If a locksmith that I had 2 days ago has taught me anything, you could have just hired him, shown him your ID and the drugs, and been like, he would have been like, oh, okay, that's very fun.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
big are you
Yeah,
doing?
but shimmying through the window was free. So
There you go. Yeah.
True. Nice big
Kristina,
feet.
bring us home. Share something with us.
Oh man. I did not get the memo on this show. This is going to be weird and very off, but we're going to find a way to connect it to
No, it's gonna be
everything
great.
else.
It's
It
gonna
better
great.
be about fish or shit.
Eastern European men.
I made a PowerPoint.
Okay.
Matt, will you pull it up for us?
nice.
Great. This is Alexei Navalny, the Russian opposition leader.
That was my fucking locksmith.
There you go. Perfect connection.
All right. So have you guys been following the story at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It is engrossing.
Armando just told us.
It like completely fascinated me. Plus, he is so good looking. Next slide, please. He's so good looking. He looks like a Bond villain. Oh my god!
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
But like,
He's Russian. You're just saying that it's racist.
It's the
I
turtleneck.
don't think that counts as racism.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know.
Russians. That's why Russians are. But yeah, so he's the Russian anti-corruption opposition leader. And last summer he was poisoned. Next slide. Last summer he was poisoned. He got onto a flight. He immediately started feeling very sick. They had an emergency landing. Fortunately, he was given some sort of nerve agent through his underwear. It was put in his underwear.
In his cloth underwear.
His cloth underwear. Cloth underwear.
This is really connecting to all of our things a lot.
And
Actually.
I'm sure he didn't just shit his pants and was like, "Take me, please
He
take me."
shat his pants. He went into the ambulance. He laid there for a while. He let them know I shit my pants.
That's them taking him away after he
Yeah, but he shit his pants.
No, pretend I'm dead.
They gave him nerve agent. These Russian Putin's people or whatever, and because Putin hates
Putin's
this guy. Putin's people, and so they induced a medically induced coma. Next slide. And then he woke up. That's his beautiful wife, children, and he doesn't look that hot there, but he just woke up from a coma. Give him a break.
He's still hot.
He's still so hot. And then
Look at those traps.
Super lax
so
mask.
he woke up from the coma. He started an investigation because Putin's denying it. Obviously, he's like, "I didn't do it. You just got really sick and shit yourself." And haha, everyone knows now. Okay, so next slide. And then he does this investigation. He actually tricks one of the operatives believing that he worked for Putin, and he gets him on the phone and admits him, and it actually walks through over the phone bit by bit what they did to poison him.
I didn't know that part.
He's like, yeah, we're just crossing our T's, dotting our I's, so if you could just tell me exactly, we're just going over it again. I know we already went over it, but let's just go over it one more time.
Love to hear it.
It's on YouTube. You have to watch it. It's so good. And he actually explains how he poisoned him. So he gets it on tape. Anyway, so this guy is traveling around the world. He's avoiding Russia, obviously, because people are trying to kill him. He goes back to Russia, and this was just a week or two ago. This is the 21st. He goes back to Russia. They immediately arrest him. They detain him. Next slide. And then all of these protests and stuff. He's so over it, but he's so fucking hot.
He's not wearing a mask though. What a jerk.
So goddamn good looking.
I wouldn't either if I look like that. Are you fucking kidding me? I'd die young and beautiful.
Poison, I know.
This is them sentencing him to 2 years in a colony or something. Yeah, gulag.
Prison colony.
Yeah, prison colony. So he's sentenced to 2 years now, but there's all these protests all over Russia breaking out because he's so goddamn good looking and he can't. And
he's too hot for jail.
He's too hot for jail. He's uncovering corruption, and Putin hates him. He's like a nightmare to him, but he's so good looking. And if you could just go to the final slide,
him naked.
It's him with a beard.
Oh, it's even better.
Oh.
I
Do you remember in America a few years ago when there was that prisoner that had the really hot mugshot and they were exonerate him?
I do remember.
This is their version of that, and it's so much cooler.
He's like a hero. He's like this anti-corruption hero, and he's hot. And look at those eyes; they just look through you.
I will say he needs some chapstick.
No, don't find flaws in this man. Don't try to tear down my boy.
It's cold out there.
He looks like Sean Bean would play him in a movie.
You know what's great?
That doesn't bode well for him.
It doesn't.
I'm looking at him really closely, and he's so hot. I almost didn't notice he has a slight lazy eye, and it even looks hotter on him.
Yeah.
It's like the small imperfection that makes you know he is human.
Yeah.
Right.
Does he have
right.
a lazy eye?
Or like just a slightly off eye. Look at his left eye compared to his right eye.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people have that. I
for
have
sure
that,
do.
and so I'm
I
very
definitely have
offended right now.
No, the other eye is just always fixated on corruption.
It's not a lazy eye, it's a harder working eye.
Anyway, that I thought we were just sharing news stories.
No, that's a great news story.
And I find this man fascinating and very charming and attractive.
I love
I'm
this.
not sure if it's brave or dumb that he went back to Russia.
Yeah.
I think it's brave.
What did they
Yeah.
charge him with?
He broke his probation. They had been arrested before for something else.
Well, because he petitioned to be in the election in 2017, and there was like a big movement around him to like run in Russia, and obviously Putin is not going to let that happen. So he just like, drummed up some something against him. But he hasn't done anything.
Putin's pals.
Putin's pals.
That's crazy. That's why the police never come to house break-ins, because they're out there arresting hot dudes.
You say he's an 8 out of 10, I'll be right there.
Yeah. So me and Armando get away with breaking and entering.
Oh yeah, Bacon said, "Yeah, that's right. Broke his probation while he was in a coma." Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they flew him to Germany to like fix him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a medically induced coma, I think. And they're like,
Can't do that.
That's drugs. That's drug use. Get them. Book them, boys.
I think it's
Book
cool.
him. That is
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's super fucking cool.
I don't really find him as hot as you do, but I admire him.
That's like the North Korean guy who was assassinated? Was it North Korea who was assassinated in the airport with the woman who just came up and hugged him, and it turned out that she had
the spray?
sarin gas.
Yeah.
Was it a spray? Yeah.
That's
Who was that?
awesome.
Whoa.
Nerve agents terrify me.
Yeah,
And I read about this other Russian thing about this like microwave sound thing that they play that could like explode your brains or something. I don't know.
God.
It's
This is
weird.
Tina says they tried to poison him initially at a bar, but they were out of Bloody Mary material, so they made him a Negroni, but he didn't like it.
I would have been fucked. I hate
Yeah,
that.
No.
All alcohol is poison.
Oh my God. Imagine a Bloody Mary being the thing that takes you down.
One of those big
boy.
novelty ones that has like a breakfast on top of the cup.
Oh, yeah.
Burger, yeah.
Yeah.
Burger. Ugh,
I love
Oh, man.
those.
I don't get it.
You guys have like micheladas over there? Over wherever
Yeah.
the combined over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in the Boston area, right? Yeah.
Most of us,
Yeah. So
except for David.
David's in Virginia.
We have
I don't know,
shitty
where are
Mexican
you? You're in Boston, right?
Who?
Sabrina?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm in Michigan right now.
Oh, you're in
Michigan.
Michigan.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Michigan, Virginia, LA. So yeah, we all
Worldwide,
Micheladas though. We all know what a Michelada is.
Going on.
That
I've
is.
had it before. Again, not really. I don't like the tomato juice thing.
Really? It's
Yeah,
just like a spicier Bloody Mary. It's so good.
Oh.
I like
Yeah.
it better than a Bloody Mary. I think when I've had them, they've been just too thick.
Too
Too thick.
Thick
That's
with
fair.
Reese's.
My
Thicky
ex
Mary.
tried a michelada and she described it as alcoholic gazpacho. And I was like, you know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But that doesn't sell it for me. I'm not like, yeah, give me a bunch of those.
You don't
Give
want
me that.
clam juice, tomato, and Bud Light mixed together in a bar that you don't trust, served in a styrofoam cup you're pretty sure has been recycled?
Well, now that you put it that way, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only
Howdy,
had it with
girl,
like
howdy.
Tecate.
You've only had it with what?
Tecate.
Tecate.
Hmm.
Folks, we are reaching the end of our show. We have covered a broad range of topics, and yet they have all connected. It's had to do with gyms and babies and people falling through roofs, luck changing, getting locked out of your house, being
Leeches.
an action-oriented person. What was that, Jess?
Leeches. Feeding
Leeches. That's right. Have pets.
Don't forget
unusual
about those leeches.
No.
Yeah.
I can't, no matter how much I might try.
Nope.
And then ending with a hot Russian opposition leader who is better than Putin. I'm not sure he's a great guy overall. Don't dig too deep onto him either. I think he's got some questionable views, but he's hot. So just keep him on. He's better than Putin.
He's
better than Putin.
anti-corruption. That's like kind of the best you could get. He's someone else, you know.
He's someone else.
Us doesn't
Kinda-
matter.
when you think about it, we all voted for someone else this round,
Yeah, he's their
but
buddy.
he's not hot.
I want to thank everybody for watching out there in the viewer land, Twitch land. Thank you to all our subscribers. We appreciate that you are subscribers. You're doing that allows us to keep making shows like this, so we really appreciate it. We also appreciate everybody who came on this show, especially our friends from out of town, Sabrina, David, Armando. Thank you so much. The rest of you, thank you so much again as well. And maybe we'll see you next week. This was super fun. So until then, everybody, that's what's going on. Bye.
Bye.